So you love the RX-78. You also love the Dual Gundam. You like all the exterior armor that comes alongside it. But when you look at the RX-8, you figure it doesn't have as many gimmicks. It doesn't have all that armor. I want something that looks like the Dual Gundam and the RX-8 had a baby and it came out on steroids. And well, I've got a kit for you. It is called the Thunderbolt Gundam. Now, what is so cool about this kit is the fact that it is loaded to the gills with different types of gimmicks. Namely being 4 huge shields that you have that you would find on a normal RX-78 Gundam, loaded to the gills with different weapons and all that other kind of stuff. But even more importantly is the fact that it's got some really cool exterior armor pieces to it, totally transforming the look of the thing. So you have all sorts of types of options when it comes to being able to display this kit, whether you want it fully armored or you want everything spread out really neat and a cool looking display, or you want it all together. So I'm going to open this up here. Now this kit, which is cool about it, it is a version Ka, which means you're going to have a bit more detail, a bit more parts than you would have in a normal kit. Now, as far as I know, the only other Thunderbolt kit, I believe, is a high grade, if I'm not mistaken here. So this is a huge step up when it comes to parts and everything like that. Now, what I will show you right now is an exploded view of all the armor pieces that are sorted out. So unboxing this, I've already started to partially unbag everything. As with every kit, we've got the really cool instruction manual, which, of course, customarily at the end, I will do a high-speed overview for it. And one reason why I'm actually doing these manual overlooks at the end of these videos is the fact that it's a good resource to have in the event that you lose an instruction manual or you just want to see what's involved in the kit. I don't know of many other resources online you can go to be able to actually look through every page of this. So why I do it high speed is, of course, short attention spans, number one. But number two, you could always pause and you could take it slowly and change the playback speed on the video. And you can pretty much get a nice look through of everything that is involved in building one of these kits. So moving on from the manual, we've got, of course, our customary runners loaded with different parts to them. So what I'm going to do right now is, of course, take everything, put it all out on the display table. Hopefully this one fits, which I think this one doesn't have quite as many parts as the Sazabi or any of those other kits, but it's still got plenty, as you're going to see right about now. It all ended up fitting on the table at the end of the day. So how many parts do we have? 529. That's a far cry from the extremely ridiculous amount in the Sazabi version Ka and some of these other version Ka kits. But while there is a lot less parts, there's double of a lot of the parts too. Take for instance here, the shield. These 2 runners right here, runners F, it's pretty much all the same thing. And you've got, I believe, let's see, how many more? You've got the maroon pieces here, which are doubled up again. Same thing with the orange, doubled up again. And some of these other parts, doubled up again. Another thing to note too with this kit, which is good as it is a version Ka, is the fact that it's got water slide decals. Now you may notice some are missing. That is because I used them on another kit that I was working on. So now that I've cleaned the table off and I have no more parts, I was going to show you something a little bit different this time. And that is the fact that when I do these unboxings, I just pretty much show you the parts in the runners and that's the end of it. But this time around, thankfully I had this kit to build earlier, it was commissioned, and I think it's time to take a look at it completed. So, yes! After everything's said and done, I gotta tell you, when I first got this commission, I wasn't too thrilled about building this kit. It didn't really interest me at all. And as I was going along painting the parts and putting things together, it's kind of like, eh. But after a while, when it was finally finished, I gotta tell you, this is one really awesome looking kit. Basically over the fact that there's just so much detail going on with it, there's so many gimmicks involved with the thing, between parts being able to open and close. It's just really neat, and I would highly recommend building this for yourself. As far as a version Ka kit, I would say this is pretty intermediate, not exactly beginner friendly, but if it is your first kit, it's not saying that you can't build this, it's just going to take time. The gentleman that commissioned me to build this kit wanted something not exactly right out of the box, So the paint job I decided to do a little bit more muted. In the sense of the manual itself, you'll see that the pictures, or I should say the anime photos of it in the beginning, have slightly more muted, a little bit darker colors, a little more serious tone than what the plastic actually is. So take for instance, some of these still images here, the blues were a little bit more of like a seafoam blue, the maroon, I did a custom metallic mix to it, so it's a little bit darker but also has a nice sheen to it. Same thing goes for the oranges, and even the white is a slight off-white. Now, these slight changes in colors make a big difference by the time the kit is finished, as you just saw in the montage before and right now in the way that it's built. So when doing these, you don't have to go insane with trying to wonder about all these crazy colors to paint them or anything like that. Sometimes just a couple of shades off of the same color, whether it be blue, white, red, maroon, orange, whatever the case is, can make a pretty big impact in giving a more serious tone to the finish by the time it's done. Oh, another thing I wanted to mention too, a lot of you like to keep the boxes of these kits because the artwork is so cool on them, and I wholeheartedly agree. However, I live in a one-bedroom apartment. I don't have tons of floor space. So the only other space that I do have is wall space. So as a bit of a suggestion, keep the box, but not the entire thing. Take it apart, get a nice frame, and put the box art in a frame. This way around, you can keep the art, you can put it on the wall, decorate it however you want, and save yourself a lot of floor space that you may not normally have. I do believe right now it's time to do the ridiculously sped up manual overview. With that said, thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, please hit that like button, the bell icon to get notified when new videos come up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and please share this video, and more than anything, comment below and let me know what you thought of it. If there's any other information you want to know on this kit, please comment. I do my best to reply to all the comments that come in. And if you have any further deeper questions, feel free to send me a message on Instagram at Curioventura. With all things said, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and bye!